How's the royal family? I pray that everyone is doing well. Well, my royal family, here we go again. The title says it all. Louisiana shooting leave. 5 dead. Manhunt underway for suspect. Oh yeah, Esau, you doing your thug thistle as you usually do. You're living up to your family tradition. There's no need to read it, my royal family. It's the same repetitive thing. But we're going to sit back and absorb it.
Authorities say shootings in 2 parishes in Louisiana have left 5 people dead, and the suspect is still at large. Officials say the Saturday morning shootings happened in Ascension and Livingston parishes, about 70 miles west of New Orleans. The Livingston Parish Sheriff said 3 deaths happened in his parish on Saturday. The victims' identities were not disclosed. Separately, the Ascension Parish Sheriff's Office said 2 people were shot to death in the city of Gonzales. The victims were identified as a husband and wife. Their 21-year-old son was being sought by authorities and was wanted on first-degree murder charges. Ascension Sheriff spokeswoman Allison Hudson says authorities believe the shootings in the 2 parishes are connected, and investigators from both jurisdictions are working together.
All right. Well, let me get this shut down so I don't get no pop-ups. All right. Put that on lockdown.
Free.
Put that on lockdown. On lockdown. So here we go again. Somebody else didn't want to fuck off. So as we continue on, my royal family is here with CNN got to say.
In southeast Louisiana, not far from Baton Rouge, this morning Elizabeth and Keith Terrio were killed in Ascension Parish. Not long after, 3 members of the Ernest family were killed in neighboring Livingston Parish. But this morning, before the Terrios both passed away from their gunshot wounds, they were able to identify their 21-year-old son, Dakota Terrio, to authorities as the man who shot them. Now, authorities say that they believe Dakota Terrio, who you see here, has left the area of these 5 murders. They say he's believed to be headed east towards Mississippi. Police have been sharing these photos of the young man, but also a photo of the vehicle that they believe him to be traveling in. This is a 2004 Dodge pickup truck. It's gray on the top, silver on the bottom, a 4-door pickup truck. As you can see there, the license plate, when we zoom in, C583809, a Louisiana license plate. And with this manhunt underway for 5 murders, all to have taken place this morning, the Ascension Parish Sheriff issued this warning.
There's no reason for us to believe that there's anybody else who is a target, other than I will say that he is an armed and dangerous guy, so anybody he comes in contact with could be a target.
So this is believed to be an isolated incident. Anna, the sheriff, they're calling this a domestic violence incident, but he says it is among the worst domestic violence cases they've ever come across.
All right, my royal family, we're going to continue on.
We treat our veterans with respect.
We don't want no pop-ups. We're not down for that. So, let me go over here. Is that the one? Or is it this one? Yeah, this one. So we'll hear what the sheriff have to say. You know, he can barely talk, but, you know, we'll try to figure it out and stuff. You know, you see these people, these white boys, they starting to all look the same. Interesting. So bear with, you know, the sheriff. He's slow. You know, his IQ on a low point. So let's continue on.
Okay, I'd like to report that the Ascension Parish Sheriff's Office is actively working an investigation of a domestic incident that was reported to us this morning. Our dispatch center received a call about 8:45 in which it was reported that 2 victims have been shot in their trailer located on Church Point Road. Upon our deputies' arrival, we were able to locate the 2 victims in the trailer. Both were alive at the time, and we was able to receive enough information from one of the victims before they were air medic to the hospital in Baton Rouge. I think Our Lady of the Lake Hospital is where they both were transported to. Since our investigation started, I'm sad to report that both of our victims are deceased, one being the husband, the other being a wife. I will give you the names of our victims. One is Keith Terrio, 51 years old, who was currently living on Church Point Road, and his wife, Elizabeth Terrio, also 51 years old, living at the same address. We received enough information from the interview that we had with one of our victims that his son, Dakota Terrio, is going to be our prime suspect in this case. Dakota Terrio lived there for a brief moment of time, but was recently asked to leave the residence and not to return. Dakota, again, is 21 years old. He has not been apprehended yet, but we do have a warrant for his arrest for 2 counts of first-degree murder. He is driving, we believe, a 2004 Dodge Ram pickup truck, gray on top and silver on the bottom. The license plate number of that truck is C583809. I'll say that again, C583809. We have reason to believe that that truck may be traveling east of this direction towards Mississippi. While we were investigating this case this morning, we received information from the Livingston Parish Sheriff's Office that they were currently working a triple homicide there. After speaking with their detectives for quite a while, we come to realize that these 2 cases indeed may be related. We feel that they are related. I know I've been in contact with Sheriff Jason Ard and with his Chief of Criminal Operations and their detectives, and they are actively working that case, and I think they will be putting out information on their crime scene and their victims very shortly. So we are working a joint investigation with Livingston Parish, and I'd like to thank them for all the help that they have given us going forward. We shared a lot of information. I also like to thank the Louisiana State Police apprehension team who's working with us to try to help us find this Dakota Terrio, who at this time is, we know we have warrants signed for him for 2 counts of first-degree murder, and I think Livingston will obviously have warrants for him. If they don't have it now, they'll have it shortly. That's basically all the information I can give you now. This case is very fluid. It's only 4 or 5 hours old, and there's a lot of information out there, but I wanted to get it to your viewers, so if you see this vehicle reported, I would not approach this vehicle. We feel no doubt that Dakota is going to be armed and dangerous, and we need to bring him to justice really quick, and so we ask that your viewers help us in that regard. We do know we've worked with Crime Stoppers, so Crime Stoppers will be putting information out. We worked with all of our local agencies here and certainly the agencies in the surrounding states. The vehicle that he's in, we have that reported as a stolen vehicle, and so we hope to apprehend Dakota very soon, but information out to your viewers no doubt will help us. Do you have any questions?
I do. I mean, this is a very unique case. I mean, from one parish to another, possibly connected. How did the departments come together to approach a case like this? How did that work?
Well, you know, because our agencies talk to each other all the time, and when they find out that we're working a double shooting, and we knew that they were working a triple, then comes the details of working with each other to find out, is there any association whatsoever? And through interviews with their detectives and some of their victims and some witnesses, we was able to at least know that this person that we're looking for, Dakota, does have a connection with that family. And things came together fairly quickly. Indeed, the truck that he will be in, we believe, belongs to the family in Livingston Parish. So right now we have 5 victims. We have 5 deceased family members, and there's a lot of family members out there that are hurting right now. And our prayers go out to those family members, and they're looking at us to do it.
All right, I'm going to stop it right there, my royal family. I will definitely put the link so y'all can listen to the rest of it. So let's go over here. So, I mean, what more can I say, my royal family? It will end 2 different ways. Either he will kill himself, or the police will find him and gently arrest him. And I know they already searching them, getting his mental shit all laid out, because that it could only be mental for Esau to eat his own. It can only just simply be mental, because it's bizarre, unusual, and isolated. It ain't isolated at all. I have spoke that in the universe. Oh yes, it's not isolated at all. How you gonna dismiss 16 bullets? America, you always fuck up. Always. You don't even try. So your own will eat you. And you will play those psychological games with yourself. And trying to think of something else. Every single day, you're pointing your finger at the royal family. Every millisecond, my royal family, somebody fucking with us. Always fucking with us. Be very clear, my royal family, and speaking into the universe. Our Father will answer your prayers. Definitely, we are in a true-ass war. See, we always talk about the layers of wars that we are having amongst ourselves. It's time for us to start really pointing out the wars that the enemy is having amongst themselves. You will eat your own. Be about that life. Esau, truly thank you. You are on point. You are on point. So, 2 mass shootings before February. Ain't that ironic? America, how do you dismiss 16 bullets? Tell me that. America. So let me tell you something, America. What the royal family gonna do? They gonna render their voice with their beautiful divine words. And as always, my royal family, I thank you for your love. I thank you for your support. And with that said, Ashe.